See you guys. Thanks.
Okay.
That is a real good sized tree there. Usually I would duck under clearances like this, but because I got the GoPro on the back, I got to make sure the GoPro can clear behind me, which is about the same height as my head. I figure it'd be good to set it at the same height as my head. That way I can tell what clearances I have. So here is Swallowtail Island. And there's a good 24 swallowtails here. I believe that's what they're called. Yellow swallowtails. Really cool. Sorry to scare you guys. Enjoy your day. Oh, that's impassable and kind of ugly. Well, this is going to be fun. I got to go to the other side of the river. Walk up that steep sandy bank over there and see if there's a way around this mess over there on this side. Oh, that doesn't look like fun at all. It's all jagger bushes. Weed whack some of this to get to the end. And once I'm to the end, I still got to find a spot to put back in. Oh, I missed him by about two shutter buttons. I missed him by. He was right there on that rock. He was in the shade, so I was trying to bump up the ISO so I could get a clear shot of him. Especially if he takes off, I'm going to need that fast shutter. Got some shots in the air. Nothing special. I made it to Burnside. This is only about mile 10 or 11 or so on the whole 228 miles. I had some trouble a few miles ago, not really trouble, but ran into a lot of debris that took a really long time to get around. An entire tree was across the river, and it was a huge tree, and it had big branches on it. It collected a lot of lightweight material, and so I decided to play it slow today. I'm going to get out at the second Burnside Bridge, which is only about a mile, maybe a little bit more downriver yet. And it's only 4 o'clock, so I have lots of time to get one more mile. So I'm getting my GoPro ready, my underwater GoPro set up here. I'm going to do a little fishing. This looks like a pretty good stretch of water right here. Got the GoPro ready in case I do catch one. I will try and get some underwater footage of releasing it, and if I catch one with the GoPro running, we'll be able to see it on the 360. So this is the only lure I'm using this whole trip. I bought 20 of these. They're my favorite lure. It's a rooster tail kind of a setup. It's supposed to replicate a stonefly, and this is called the March Brown. It's made by Joe's Flies. It's a 1/4 ounce. I take the treble hook off the back just because I think it's a lot better to fish with just one hook, and I actually lose less fish with just one hook. When you have a treble behind this one hook, you got 4 points of contact, and all of them points of contact can interfere with each other, and in my opinion, it makes less likely that you'll land that fish with 4 hooks on there. And 4 hooks is just overkill for a little lure like this. And when you just have one hook, you're just working with one point of interest, and just maintain some tension on your line when you're pulling in the fish. And I've almost never lost a good fish anyway with this. And so my whole tackle box, I have 25 or 30 of these, and that takes out a lot of other variables on this trip. So if I'm not catching fish somewhere, I don't have another lure to use. This is it the whole time. looks like it might be pretty deep over there. There's one. Looks like a little trout. Definitely fighting like a trout. And with that 1 point of pressure, I'm just keeping a good amount of tension on it. I didn't bring my net for this part, but I'm expecting a lot of these fish to be on the smaller size and nothing with too big teeth that I have to worry about handling. And this looks like a really nice brown trout. You can see the paw marks on it. Not very big, but if this is a wild trout, that's a pretty good size for a wild trout. This is my second brown trout on the Susquehanna River today, which is kind of weird saying that. He's still got some fight left in him. Because where I'm from, we don't really go to the river to catch brown trout. And you can see that one there. And this is another reason I love just having one hook on there. Because I can hold the fish real gentle, and if it flops around, I don't have to worry about that treble hook coming in and getting me. I'm just going to unhook him close to the water so I don't drop him too far. And that's a West Branch Susquehanna River brown trout. Got some really nice red dots on him. You can see a little bit of the red tip on his dorsal fin. And he is back in the river. Might still be able to get some footage of him going away. He is taking his time. And oh yeah, just get him right back over in there. GoPro must have been in sleep mode, so I don't think I got that one. That's alright. I think we're going to have a lot of brown trout before we get to Curwensville, which is probably going to be 3 days now. Let's see what's going on here. Is this turning on? Yep. Just check my knot here, make sure no teeth got into it. Feels good, looks good. Spinner's still straight. The last trout I had bent the hook a little bit, but I'm okay with that. We'll keep going as it is. This looks like a big fall fish, which is also kind of my favorite fish, actually. Love seeing these big fall fish. Big old fall fish on the and the stonefly. He got some kind of marking on the side, like he got struck by an eagle or something with a big old talon. And this is after spawning, or currently spawning, and they get these horns on them. Some people call them a horn chub, but this is actually a native fish to our West Branch Susquehanna. And these big ones will have a lot of strength left. They're just holding out. And this is a gorgeous fall fish, except for that talon mark that he has there, which looks like a talon mark. This guy probably had a lot of energy and got himself away from an eagle or an osprey. I did see an osprey earlier, a couple miles downstream. And that reminds me, I should get at least one underwater video today. Good thing that GoPro was there. So Mr. GoPro is recording, so you will not turn off now. There, he just made his famous chub sound. They have this kind of like a little squeak to them. Oh, you got to get your picture taken, buddy. Sorry. And lots of slime all over these fish. My hands are just filled with slime already. But get them back in the water and hopefully get some footage of fish today. And what I like to do is kind of hold him, and he's out of energy, but I still like to hold him a little bit, and sometimes they will release nice and slow then. Thanks for the slime, fall fish. And that'll be enough of fishing for me today. I'm gonna have to retie that knot anyway. The hook's a little bent on there. I'm sure it's probably bent a little more now. So if you like this type of footage, whatever platform you're watching from, make sure to subscribe or follow or whatever you do on that platform. I plan to do a lot more of these. This is my first somewhat series with the GoPro 360. And so you're able to look all the way around and kind of enjoy this experience, you know, just the same way as I am. So I think that's really cool. Missy is meeting me just downstream here. So that's the end of today's video. If you're watching my whole entire West Branch series, this is just day 1 of 28 total days. This is mile 10 of 228 miles. So make sure you subscribe and pay attention for a lot more footage to come.